Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy Podcast. Boy, Toby, Jim is starting to rock things out on us a little bit here.
He is.
I'm trying to come up with something that kind of link all of these beers together. I'm stretching way out there for you, buddy.
It's kind of interesting because I thought, where is he going with this? But then you see the name of the first four beers, and it's like, oh, okay, I can kind of make that connection, I guess.
Absolutely.
So, well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy Podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and we are back in the studio for the first time in a while.
Years, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like last year. So I'm down here with Jim.
Hello, buddy.
How's it going, man?
Trying to stay warm.
Yeah, that's easier said than done right now. And we are also joined again by Toby.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going for you, sir?
It is going well. Thanks for having me.
Good. It's kind of weird. I know you're probably kind of freaked out a little bit because it's not a bunch of barrel-aged bottles sitting in front of you right now.
Well, you guys never cease to surprise me, so I'm just sitting over here waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, we're not exactly sure what's going to happen, so we thought, well, we'll get Toby involved just in case it goes bad. So
perfect.
It goes off the rails.
Yeah, it goes off the rails. So yeah, guys, Jim, 3 weeks ago, I was in Mason City, Iowa. I was there. And then 2 weeks ago, you and I went to Three Sheeps, but we stopped at Fond du Lac at that new brewery, which is really cool. And then last week, I was in Missouri and hit a brewery down there. And
nice.
So now we're back in the frigid north. And we're figured it's probably better to stay inside. So
Yeah, I don't think drinking too many of these outside would be
no,
very much fun. Even I think if you were at a football game today, it would not be any fun.
no, I think you're right. So the music that you heard was, of course, by Firehouse,
Nice.
and the first beers we have are all Fireside Flannel. Yes. Interesting. So it's a stretch, but I give Jim an A for effort.
It was either Firehouse or Pearl Jam, one of the two. The flannel, Pearl Jam.
Yes, I say that would have been I totally get it. So
Well-
Jim is in touch with his grunge side.
Yeah.
Because the good thing is, I actually found this. It was called the Fireside Flannel Variety Pack from Lift Bridge.
Okay.
So that's, and I don't know if I know we had Lift Bridge beers.
Yep.
I don't know if we've had the flannel pack.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. And it's kind of interesting because they're all under that same
Right. And
name, kind of thing, but they have different types.
and the other thing that's interesting is it came out in the wintertime. So I don't know if this is a connection with winter beers so I don't know. It was a stretch and it was out there along with the other variety pack. So it was kind of holiday-ish, maybe. I don't know. That's why this is kind of a weird, hopefully they're a little better than the Shiner Bock from a couple years ago.
Hopefully. That way it doesn't take much. If you have flavor, it'll be better. So, yeah.
Well, should we start one off?
We might as well start one off. So the first one we have is their Fireside Flannel Brown Ale.
So we could have Toby read, because all the info I found, the first one's the only one that I found any info on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the rest had the same exact words.
Well, nice. They're consistent.
Yes.
They are consistent, yeah. So this brown ale says that it is uniquely crafted with roasted malts and Yakima hops. So notes of roasted hazelnuts, coffee, and light chocolate combined as the beer warms. So that's an interesting point. So it'll probably tastes a little bit better as it gets warmer. And on a crisp fall day, there's just enough alcohol to keep you warm as well.
Oh,
Nice.
So enough alcohol. This is 4.7%.
okay.
Sweet.
This pairs well with cheese platters and braised meats, which I see Jim forgot,
Oh, once again,
Oh.
along with desserts including ice cream and chocolate.
I don't see those either.
I don't either, and I don't know if I've ever read a description that recommends ice cream.
Ice cream. Well, you'd have thought, with that being said, Jim would have provided us with.
Right, that would have been great insight for the
So we could have
listeners.
gave the entire experience.
Right.
But no.
But I thought it was a little too cold for you guys because I know how kind of a Sally Mike is. So I didn't want to
Here we go, right off the bat.
I didn't want to test him right away with a cold. Something.
Okay, well, I guess I appreciate that.
So did we say what the ABV were?
Yep.
Or the,
4.7 and 35 IBUs.
all right.
this
So it is
their
brown.
Yeah,
Looks like a brown ale.
smells like a brown ale.
Smells like a brown ale.
Again, we've talked about this a lot. brown ales really don't have a whole lot of flavor to them on their own. Now, the thing that is kind of interesting, or will be interesting, is to see how these next three, because I'm thinking that they just add things, some kind of adjuncts to this to get these other ones. I'm thinking.
Makes sense, yeah.
So,
yeah, because
this is the base model.
This must be the base, because the other ones, all they do is add one more word to their write-up. So,
well, there you go. Yeah,
it's a brown ale that your average beer drinker that likes a brown ale is going to say, yeah, it's a decent beer.
100%.
There's nothing like over the top. There's nothing bad about it. It's right down the middle.
It's there. You know,
who wants to be the guinea pig? I can first on this one.
I'm going to go with 2.5. It's what you would expect, honestly, from your normal brown ale. Just it's average. You know, anybody could drink it. It's not offensive. It does have a little bit of a malty flavor to it, but it's not anything that you're going to be like, oh man, I got to buy that. My opinion. So,
all right, Toby.
Yeah, I mean it's average. I said that right away, and I think it's got to be a 2.5 as well. You know, I was kind of waiting to see if there's any of that little bit of a bite at the finish of it. Sometimes those ales have that, but not really there. So it's just a good base model.
So I'm going to go maybe a little bit lower, and only the reason why is, you know, we read in there it was supposed to have roasted hazelnuts, coffee, and light chocolate. I didn't get any of those three flavors at all. I got just the brown ale flavor. So I'm going to go at 2.3 just because, you know, they said there was supposed to be something in there. I didn't catch any of that. I don't know if you guys caught some of that, but
no, I didn't get any of that. You know, that's a good point. I'll leave it where it's at because I think it's a brown ale.
Is it?
You know what I mean? It's just, and your 2.3, that I totally get that too, because they did kind of mention a bunch of other stuff that really hadn't come through. So.
Right. Well, now the other ones don't even have those things, so I don't know what's going to happen.
No. Well,
but I do happen to we haven't had some good questions in a while, have we?
We never have good questions.
Good questions?
Yeah, well, these are some holiday-ish type questions. This is going to be a stretch, just like the song. So, start you guys off with an easy one first.
Okay.
In what year and which brewery made the first American beer brewed specifically for winter release?
What year and what brewery?
Right. Yeah. That's easy one.
Easy. Okay, I have a question. Have we ever heard of the brewery?
Yes, you had multiple beers from there.
Okay, I'm just making sure because, you know.
I got a guess on the brewery.
Okay.
I think it's Sam Adams.
Okay. That's a good guess.
Oh, what year?
Oof.
I'll give you a hint.
It starts with a 1.
Starts with a 1.
Well, we get 50 points right off the bat for that.
Perfect.
Well, I'll say 1985 for the year.
What brewery are you going with?
Well, I'm sticking with Sam Adams. That sounds like a good choice.
All right, so you guys were close. Toby was closer.
Okay, good.
So, Anchor Brewing Company from San Francisco introduced.
Well, we were close if the map was this big.
Yeah.
Our Special Ale in 1975.
Really?
According to the brewery, the Special Ale was the first holiday beer released since Prohibition.
Interesting.
It's one of the few beers to wear Christianity on its sleeve, a tradition the brewery embraced when they renamed their product Christmas Ale.
Interesting. I guess I was thinking, okay, out east, they're going to be older. You know, I mean, as far as the breweries themselves, typically, but Anchor, Anchor's been around for a while.
Toby plus 100, Mike minus 1,000.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
You're close, buddy.
Yeah.
So what do we got next? What's the next?
I'm done with
it. So, you know, I just want to go back to this one when Mike gets that next one ready there. I tried to warm it up in my hand a little bit because it did say as it warms, those flavors might come through.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that
still
sound was?
Yeah. I didn't know what was going on.
I would say there might be just a little hair of a light chocolate in there.
Was there? Okay.
But yeah, I
so
would
it
think
might help a little bit.
Okay. But I don't think it changed much.
Okay. So, interesting.
I would recommend maybe a little bit warmer than out of a fridge.
Yeah, I mean, these are fairly cold, but still, most of your brown ales can be colder anyway, typically. Right. So, all right. Well, the next one that we have is, once again, Lift Bridge Fireside Flannel, the brown ale, but this is their coffee version. Coffee. And it's our original roasty, toasty brown ale with cold pressed coffee. Find your fireside. 4.7% and 35 IBU. So are they all that same? Yeah, they're all the same
But
ABV and such.
the next two don't have their IBUs. I couldn't find that.
Sure.
It is brown in color.
Yeah, it's
Even the head is a little brown.
I don't get any. I don't smell any coffee in the aroma.
I don't hardly smell anything.
I don't either.
No, that's what I was gonna say. There's like
Hardly, whatever it is, it's not very aromatic.
interesting.
There's a little coffee.
I can taste a little bit of coffee, but we've definitely had a lot of other more pronounced coffee.
Yeah,
Which I don't mind if it's more or less, but on the aftertaste, you get kind of that burnt coffee.
yeah. I think even our friends that don't like coffee and cigarettes wouldn't even mind this. This is not even that.
I don't know. You look at the look on Toby's face. I'm not thinking he's not a big fan of this one.
Yeah, I was just hoping it'd be more of that first one with just some more flavor to it, but the whole flavor of it changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that I don't know.
I mean, there is a little coffee flavor. There is.
Yeah.
We can give them a little star for that, but it still kind of has something to be desired.
Yeah,
I'm
going the other direction. I'll be honest with you.
All right, you want to start
I'll
off?
start us out. I'm a 2.3. I was going to say 2.4, but I'm going to drop down to a 2.3 on it. Just something that not a good combination for me.
Yeah. It almost, I don't know if it's just, you guys have the same, but like my mouth is kind of drying out like a little.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's hoppy, when it does that, but there's something that's drying out my mouth. I don't know. And we've had some coffee beers before that hasn't happened from. So I am not sure why it's doing that, but like I'm not a fan of this one either. I'm going to go with 2.1. The coffee flavor is not, I mean, we've had a lot of beers that had coffee flavor and it was a good coffee flavor. Even the ones that were strong coffee flavor was still good. This, just doesn't.
This almost has like a metallic-y coffee taste to it. A little bit of and then on the aftertaste for me, it's kind of like, because we've had ones where it tastes like you're chewing on wet coffee grounds. We've had ones and they don't have this aftertaste.
Right. Yeah.
I'm with you, Jim. I'm at a 2.1. I could probably drink a can of it and then I would not want another more. You know what I mean? So.
And it drinks easy. Like it initially just drinks really smooth, and then there's a flavor that,
to me, it's
interesting.
That aftertaste and it lingers.
Yeah,
it's kind of like.
You think we should open up the next can and get it the next one because something's got a bad taste in my mouth now.
Kind of like your questions leave a bad taste in our mouths. Yeah, that's just kind of.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, do you want to jump into the next one?
Yeah, and then I'll save my next good question for.
All right. The next one we have is their Fireside Flannel S'mores, 4.7%. It's their original roasty toasty brown ale with s'mores. You were right.
And it looks the same as the coffee.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's what was scaring me was when I looked at these write-ups. Everything's the same except for the one word.
The one word, yeah.
So I was hoping that you'd get more inside the can than what's on the.
Right.
And this is from the website.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this isn't even from Untapped. This is
just right from their website.
When we poured that last one, I kind of looked at it. It reminded me of a nitro in a way. Yeah. It had the real little bubbles to it. This one kind of poured the same way. It's kind of got that real small bubbled, the head on it. Is the s'mores any better?
Well, I don't smell. There's no
aroma.
Smell
anything.
Again, there's no aroma. That's why are they afraid of aroma?
Yeah, I mean, because especially with s'mores, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you could put in there.
I'll be honest with you. I almost got like graham cracker, marshmallow all at the same time.
I totally get the marshmallow for sure.
Right up the front.
At first I was going to say caramel, but it's like, no. And total marshmallow.
But then
you're right. I mean,
but then it switches right away on the finish to something dry again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the finish is kind of weird, but the initial taste isn't bad.
Yeah, that first 2 seconds.
And how can you not smell that though?
I know. That's weird, isn't it? Nope, I don't smell anything like that.
And then if they could just keep that flavor throughout the entire swallow, it would be wow.
That's interesting. At least, like I said, this one, I should take that back. The last one did taste like coffee.
Yes.
But it wasn't like a good coffee, our opinion. So I give them credit that they what they say is going to kind of taste like it does kind of taste like, but then there's that after taste, that's, I don't know how to describe it. just a little different. All right, Jim, why don't you start us off on this one?
I don't mind this one.
No, it's better than the last one for sure.
Yeah, I'll have to say that for flavor wise, of the three that we've had, this is probably the betterest.
Is that a word?
I guess for me, it's the challenge I'm struggling with right now is there's that initial flavor that tastes fairly good, but it only lasts for just a couple of seconds and then it's gone. Then it goes back to that dry mouthfeel again, which, that's what sticks with you is the lingers, that finish lingers on. So I will give it the 2.4 since it is so far the better one, but just keep that, add a little bit more flavor, or keep it so it lasts throughout the entire drink, but a little disappointed. It had such good.
It had potential.
Yes, right from the beginning, and then it just dropped off a cliff.
So I'm sitting here going, okay, is this better than the base model? And I know, like I said, I know it's better than the coffee one. So I'm trying to figure which side of the 2.5 I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 2.6 just because I do think it does have that. I totally get the marshmallow. And like you said, you basically kind of get, and I can see both of your points because yes, Toby, you're right. I get all that stuff. Jim, you're right. It's there and gone. How do they, how do you not, are you able to keep that? So I'm going to go 2.6. So I do think that this one does have a little better flavor than what the base model did. Okay. And yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I'm a 2.6 as well. I like it better than the base, just because it has that marshmallow. And again, I'm trying to warm it up here a little bit in my hand to see if that flavor lingers a little bit more. I think it might, but I also think the more I kind of drink this, the more I'm convincing myself that there's flavor there. So that's where I'm at.
Good. Yeah. Nice.
All right. Well,
let's go to the
questions.
Hey, Toby, let's go to the next beer right away.
Next beer is.
I got another easy question.
All right.
Easy question. So question number 2, which religious order popularized seasonal brews and why? I'm doing a slow pitch softball to you guys.
Well, it'd have to be some kind of monks. I don't know what order they are.
You got to get specific. I dug this one deep.
I'm sure you did. The Benedictine monks. How about that? And why? Because they wanted something different.
I'm going to go with the brown ale monks.
Uh-huh. There you go.
And they just used what resources they had available. So seasonally, pumpkins, that type of stuff,
that's
to
good.
Give flavor, just whatever food was available.
Yeah. I think Toby's the closest. I think you might have actually got it right. So what I found out is during medieval times, monks, so Toby got it right, played a huge role in popularizing these seasonal brews. They created beers with higher alcohol content for the winter, not just because they were delicious, as we think, but because they provided more calories during fasting periods. Who knew beer could be a meal replacement?
Well, they always say it's a pork chop in a can.
See, Toby got 1,000 points on that.
Remember how I told you like a month ago, I had like this real searing pain right above my eyeball?
Yeah.
Like somebody was sticking an ice. Yeah, it came back.
I think I might know why.
Yeah.
So Mike,
I think I'm narrowing it down.
Mike got a -1,000 until we got a +1,000 on that.
Oh, that's good. Way to go, Toby.
Woo.
Yeah.
So
all right.
What do we got now? This is the final one of this variety.
Well, you were talking about food, so this one's peanut butter.
Yeah.
And we have had some good peanut
this is their roasty, toasty brown ale with peanut butter.
And that's the whole write-up.
Yeah.
So let's hope
this should be interesting. I'm hoping, because like you said, Toby, we've had a lot of different peanut butter ones, and some are really good, some are bad. We'll be able to tell, I think, right off the bat if it's the powdered peanut butter or
if
not.
It's the real deal.
Because it is funny how there is a different flavor to that stuff. I do smell little bit of. I smell peanut butter.
I can.
Oh, there's an aroma.
Yeah,
there is.
It has aroma.
Oh, yep. There.
That
smells like a powder, and it does have a little bit of a light brown tinge to the head.
I can taste peanut butter. I think it is the powdered type peanut butter, but it has. This has more flavor, but that finish it still has that weird. To me, it's almost a metallic-y
dry something.
And I spoke to it before. Sometimes the brown ales just have a weird finish. And this one definitely has that kind of consistent, not as much in the base, but the other ones definitely haven't. Metallic's a good word. I just can't pinpoint what it's like. This one lingers a little bit more, though, longer than the marshmallow flavor.
Yeah.
But
It's still not like knock the door down and run and get another one. This is like,
I may have to change the score.
yeah, this is,
Maybe.
I don't know.
well, and I think this is, you guys have had more beers than the average man. And I think, you learn to become in tune with the flavors and what you're looking for and understanding it and how it goes together. And I think, the beauty of the listeners out there is if you're listening and we're telling you about this fireside flannel stuff, go buy it because you can drink it. It's an easy one that you can drink and you'll kind of get an experience of the flavors. Is it great? No, but you stumble across the great one sometimes, and
correct.
These could have been great, and it's not to say that they did a horrible job with it.
Right,
it just doesn't fit into our, particularly your guys' palates of what you expect out of a good beer. So
yeah, I agree with you. The thing I like about this one is it does have aroma. I mean, you got the peanut butter aroma. You can taste it, and you're right, Toby. The peanut butter does hang on a lot longer than what the other ones have. So I'm going to go with 2.7. Yeah, I was thinking
you're going to pull a muscle on that one, buddy.
I was thinking I was going to change the scores, but I don't want to do that. So I do think of these four, I do like this one. I think the best. Again, it's tough because we've had a lot of really good peanut butter beers, and it's hard to compare this to those, But I think they did an all right job. I don't mind it. I'd drink. I think of the four, I'd probably take that one first. Possibly, I guess. So
yeah.
So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree with you. We kind of painted ourselves in where we can go with the points, but to me, it's the best one. So I've got to go that 2.7 as well. And again, if these were the only beers I've ever had, and I'm basing it off of average, I can live with a 2.7 for this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I mean, it's okay. I guess for me, I'll go a 2.5 right down the middle. I mean, it's still not, I guess, at the level where I'm expecting it to be, a good peanut butter flavor. I mean, because we've had some good peanut butter beers. So,
sure. Yep.
So what that tells me, it is possible to make a good peanut butter beer. This almost looks like these are a lot of very experimental type beers that are okay. It almost might be like built for, designed for the masses.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So they don't like offend one person or another. But I guess, like we always say, I mean, if you want to put it in there, go ahead and put some flavor in there. Don't be afraid to, ratchet it up a couple notches because I mean, it even trying to, put the real peanut butter in there, peanuts in there.
Right.
Some of those things might help it out a little bit, but.
Yeah. I give them credit for taking the same, like that brown ale and doing these three different versions of it. That's kind of a cool thing.
Yep.
And I don't know if this is the first time they've done it or if they've probably done it before, but I do like that concept. Where here's the base and then let's try. It kind of reminds me of some of the higher octane ones we've had where they've done a similar thing, except those are kind of on another level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But so I give them credit for that. But I do think you're right, Jim. I think this is more for just anybody would be looking for it. So.
Yeah, and I think Lift Bridge is up by us here, Wisconsin and
I've actually
Minnesota.
You guys have been there too, haven't you? Have you been to Lift Bridge?
I don't think I have been.
Okay, so I've been there. Been there one time. It's a neat place. They, and they had all sorts of beers on tap.
And that kind of actually helps me with my next thought here, Mike. Is I guess for Vikings fans, this beer might be good. I'm not sure that the Wisconsin Packer fans would like it as much.
Well, that's because the Viking fans like beer with flavor. So,
So then, what do you think? Should we maybe wrap these four up and kind of just their best one, or what was?
I was going to say recommend the same thing because the next four are from Sam Adams.
Yep.
So it's not really a fair comparison. Toby, do you want to start off with kind of your thoughts on well, we kind of already gave our thoughts.
Yeah, we did. I mean, if there's
did.
anything that's you'd want to just wrap up with what you thought was the best or worst, or would you recommend?
Again, I think for someone that's just, like, I'm going to try some brown ales, great place to start. A little bit of flavor if you want to experiment with some craft beers, and good place to start. I can't say that, they were horrible. I'd drink a can of each of them and I'd probably move on to something else, but yeah. Not bad overall.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said there, Toby. I think that, again, I like the fact that they took the brown ale, added different flavors to it, and here you go. Here's some options in a brown ale. So, yeah, if you see it out there, I would say pick it up. I mean, they're not bad at all. You know, I mean, our scores are a little harsher probably than a lot of people would be, just because we've had, you know, tried so many between the three of us that, yeah, I'd say pick it up and give them a whirl.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other advantage too is these are all lower ABV, 4.7, so they're not like over the top. So I think, you know, even the introductory craft beer drinker could try these.
Yep.
But at least then they know, you know, what their kind of the baseline is for the brown ale.
Yep.
So yeah, I was kind of disappointed. Not Shiner Bock disappointed, but
Well,
I was close.
well,
I was just kind of hoping it would have a little bit more flavor.
now I did notice that Toby was playing like experimenting
Mixologist
over here, and you mixed the
peanut butter with the s'mores just to see if I get like a chocolate Reese's cup kind of effect. It had better flavor together, but the finish still like in that s'mores one and the coffee one, not good.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of good flavor initially when you mix the two together.
Well, good.
All right.
There you go.
Well,
Awesome.
we tried.
Yeah, we tried.
All right, so now we're on to our next.
So now Jim was digging deep in the back of his beer fridge and found.
Well, I was actually found these 12 packs at the same day.
Mhm.
So I got the Lift Bridge Fireside Flannel variety pack, and this is the Winter Break variety pack from Sam Adams.
Oh, okay.
So if the listeners remember, we did do a 12 pack, 4 cans from last year.
Yes.
2024.
Yep.
This is a 2025 version. So 2 of the cans are similar styles, and then there's a limited edition, and then there's a new style.
Okay.
So there's some the same. So hopefully your taste buds can remember from last year,
Right.
what it tasted like and what it's going to taste like this year. So which one are we going to do first there?
Well, the first one we have is the Winter Lager. Okay. Oh, I almost dropped the pages you gave me. The Winter Lager, and this is a spiced wheat Bock. 5.6% ABV and 22 IBUs. So we upped the ABV a little bit.
Stepped her up.
Yep. And here's their description, and you got to enjoy it because they like to put a lot of descriptives.
Yeah.
For colder nights, lean on Winter Lager, a crisp Bock with citrus and spices. The clementine orange aroma is especially refreshing during holiday meals and celebrations.
All right. And we've had this one before, right?
Yes.
So we've had.
So this is the 2025 version.
This is the 2025.
I'm trying to.
There is an
There's an
aroma.
aroma, but I'm not sure
I
if it's clementine. I don't really. I smell whatever the spices are. I think I
spices
smell
come
more.
through, yeah.
Smell more of the spices. Yeah, that's not bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, I was expecting when it said about the citrus, I was expecting more of a orangey. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
or that kind of a.
I mean, I guess comparing it to the Fireside, this finish is much smoother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So the finish. This is for sure.
So the flavor is not a lot there, but the finish for me is a lot easier to stomach.
So we're starting over from scratch, right? We don't have to worry about copy and scratch. Okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
Yes, we can. So, I mean, it's.
It's not.
I guess the hard
but-
part again, I'm just reading the words at face value.
Yep.
So a wheat. I'm not a wheat guy, but I don't taste that wheat
Right.
flavor. That style of beer.
Yep.
So and then the spiced. I really don't get a lot of spices. I mean, everything seems muted. It almost tastes like a big box beer.
Kind of.
Well,
I don't because there's not really much.
I mean,
There.
when you think about it, think of what like amber Bock tastes like. Because Bock is the same, that style.
Yep.
Mhm.
But I don't really, and it's not like I'm really picking up a lot of, like I said, when I was talking about these clementine oranges and, these citrus and spices, and I'm with you, Jim. I'm really not picking up a huge amount of that.
right. So the can, I'm going to give it away,
Okay.
guys.
Oh,
The can says cinnamon and ginger. Now, those are 2 spices you think would kind of jump out at you.
Yeah.
Especially the ginger.
Yeah.
And they're not there. I mean,
No.
they're either masked very well for a good flavor, or it's just so little of it that it really doesn't change things.
That's weird because I still don't get
I know I read cinnamon and I'm like, nope, I can't.
And ginger, it's like, no.
I mean, you've
Wow.
ever had a ginger beer,
Yeah,
you're
oh,
drinking
yeah.
a ginger
Yeah.
beer.
Yes,
and this
exactly.
this is like you say, a great smooth finish. I just don't get any of it.
Right.
That's where we always, harp back on, we like flavor.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of flavor.
Don't be afraid of it. But I mean, could I drink a can of it? Sure.
Oh, yeah, I could drink
Yeah.
a couple cans of
Oh, yeah.
this,
But-
for
Yeah.
sure.
But if I drank the can and you told me asked me what was in it, I could just shrug my shoulders. I couldn't tell you what none of these flavors are coming through in this. So
I would never have guessed cinnamon and ginger at all.
And it's only 22 IBUs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it's masked very well.
well, and I thought I was going to try to do fruit, a clementine. I don't even know what a clementine is. I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, it's like those little small, kind of like the QD type oranges. They're smaller.
I got nothing.
What's interesting, again, the can says a clementine infused orange peel. So
I don't even taste it.
I don't know what that means. Because I don't really, when we've had other stuff that has orange peel in it, it has that bitter
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
I really don't get that in this.
And usually a lot of it's a little bit of orange peel.
right.
They might just scrape a couple times. Yeah. I don't know. Disappointed, I guess, again.
Yeah.
Darn it. Not kind of what I thought it was going to be.
I hate to say it because it drinks smooth, good finish, but everything says is in there, I really don't get. So I'm going to go like a 2-3, just because of false advertising, I guess.
So we'll
I'm sorry, Sam Adams, but
so you can reuse your score.
Yeah.
We'll block out the first four.
Yep.
So
I just think I'm going to stick with a 2-3 because it had, with all those things in there, I just didn't pick any of them up. So
I'm going to go 2-4, and the reason I'm going 2-4 is I think this has a lot of drinkability.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you want to
Oh, yeah.
you want to sit down and like I said, you could have more than one of these very easily. There's not a bad finish, aftertaste, anything like that. It drinks smooth, and I mean, on a warmer than today day, not
Yeah.
minus 20, but I think you could certainly sit around and have a few of them. So that's the only reason I'll go 2-4. Do I think it's a great beer? Even average. I think there's been other beers with the description or those ingredients that would rank higher.
yeah, God, I'm struggling because I mean it's a decent beer, and we don't get this. This is a winter beer, so it only comes out this seasonal. But all the things it says on the can, all the things it says on the website, none of us are tasting them.
right.
So that's where I'm struggling. Do I just go with, well, it's an okay beer, I can drink a whole can and not,
Right.
or so I go, well, for the listeners out there, it's going to be like, you see that it's going to be a citrus, it's going to have spices, it's going to have ginger, cinnamon, and there's nothing.
Right.
So I guess I'm just going to lower mine down to 2.2, wishing and hoping that they would have put a little bit more flavor.
Right. Yep. I agree with you. Like I said, it's just, especially ginger. Usually that sticks out
Right.
like crazy, and there was nothing. So
All right. Are you ready
right.
for another easy question?
no, sure not. Nope.
Easy one.
Nope.
Question number 3. Centuries ago, way before you were born,
Maybe
Jim was
Jim's
in
time.
high school at that time.
refrigeration wasn't an option.
Mhm.
Okay. Just making
Yeah.
sure you understand that.
Like when you in your youth,
Yeah.
there was no refrigerators. Yeah.
Winter brought cooler fermentation temperatures.
Okay.
Which lent themselves to styles which lent themselves to different styles of beer.
Mm-hmm.
What are 2 of those different styles of beer, and why are they like that? Because of the colder fermentation, since there wasn't a refrigerator.
One would have to be a lager because, I mean, even now I can't remember if they start colder and they work their way up or if it's back. I can't remember how that works. And I'm going to say ice beer, Toby.
Oh,
I think
that's a good
that would
one.
be a good one.
Ice beer, yeah.
All right. So, Toby,
Ooh, I kind of thought lager myself, just the way it's made. And then initially, as you were reading that question, Jim, I thought about an IPA, the Indian Pale Ale. And the reason they made those was because of the warm temperatures. It lasted longer. So did the Pale Ale come after the Indian? I don't know. So I'll say the Pale Ale because temperatures got cooler. They could make it that way.
all right. Let me give you both a hint.
So we're not close
Not
on
even
either of
close.
them. Okay.
The one you're missing that should be very obvious starts with an S.
A stout.
Yes.
Well, we were looking for more obscure.
So it's stouts and lagers. Brewers also use hardier ingredients that could withstand storage the long, dark season.
Huh. Okay.
So Mike did get that one right. So we give Mike +1.
I guess I did. Oh, nice.
Toby, we get +500.
But he didn't get it right
Well, he said lager.
after I did.
Yeah, but he said it, so he's at 500 for that.
Then why didn't I get 500?
You got a point, buddy. Come on. Don't like beg.
It's beneath me to beg. Man,
So
Toby,
what-
I tell you what, dude. You remember on
I'm like
on our Tuesday night meetings? That's just what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I completely
I'm
I get it.
completely unbiased.
Oh, yeah, that's okay, Jim. Everybody knows you're biased. I mean, unbiased.
See, I could be a teacher.
So
grade like this.
So stouts are fermented at a colder temperature as well.
Right.
Huh,
I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that either. Huh. All right. Well, I guess the next one we got is their winter white ale.
All right. What do you got on that?
That's 5.7%. So we upped it a little bit, and
1/10.
8 IBUs. So it's either going to be really, really hoppy or it's going to be not bad. All right. So their description is winter may be chilly, but this festive ale balances bright orange peel. Okay, here we go again. We'll see bright orange peel with holiday spices like cinnamon and nutmeg to warm up even the coldest temperatures and help you celebrate the season.
All right. Well,
so
again,
hopefully
it's something winter-ish, holiday-ish.
Yeah. Yep. So hopefully, cinnamon and nutmeg, hopefully it'll be where we actually can taste it,
Right.
And when it's talking orange peel, that's what we were talking in the last one, that it was that.
Right.
bitterness,
I mean, the last one's a winter lager. It's got all
I
those
can
same
smell
things
it.
in it.
I can smell it.
There's
Sorry, Toby.
aroma.
But you go down to 8 IBUs.
Yeah.
So that was like, wait a minute, is this going to be easier to drink than the last one?
Right.
Or is it more things going to come through, like you said?
Boy, I can smell the nutmeg and cinnamon and
what's a bright orange peel?
the opposite of a dark orange peel.
Yeah, but it's not. You can't see it in your beer, right? A bright orange peel.
That one's got flavor.
You can't see it in there, but it is
It's there.
more orange than the last
Yeah.
beer.
There's
There's flavor.
there's flavor there.
I
I think I get a little bit of cinnamon in them.
I get cinnamon and nutmeg for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That is more of a festive beer. I give them credit on
So
that.
this one is probably so far today our best.
I'd agree with you. This is probably the best tasting one of the 6 so far that we've tried.
And smooth.
Yes.
Not a bad after finish. After finish. Not a bad finish on it. No, the aftertaste isn't bad at all.
Yep.
I mean, but it does. My tongue is drying out, so I don't know if that's.
I'm not getting
Is
that.
it from the other beers? I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not getting that anywhere near what the Lift Bridge was.
But I mean, and I guess the color is really, really light. I mean, it's definitely not.
Color wise, it almost reminds me of like Blue Moon, kind of that little bit of a,
I think I'd even go
orange
lighter than
citrusy.
that.
Yeah. What's that?
I'd even go lighter because I mean, I can see your face through this, which many beers you'd not be able to see.
Are you sure we're looking at the same beer? You didn't pour, what do you got, Pabst Light there in your.
Hang on, let me. Which one am I using?
Yeah, but it might have been the eye.
It could have been, yeah.
Who wants to go first on this bad boy?
So, okay, here's my struggle right now, right? It definitely has those flavors in it, and it says it's 5.7%. To me, it has those flavors more than beer like. If that makes any sense, it's like drinking a holiday drink,
Right. Yeah.
because and maybe that's good. I mean, as what you've always pointed out, like, does it taste like what the can says is in it? And this one definitely does. I'm gonna have to honestly. I mean, it's good. I like it. I'm a 2.9 on it.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jim?
Did you stretch out before you did that?
I
You
did.
went full hammy on that one.
Did you hear my thought? I mean, I
You
went
did
through a
some
lot to
mental
get there. That's right.
gymnastics there on that one. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little hard. I don't know. Gosh, I'm struggling even more than Toby. I mean, is it taste bad? No, by not any means at all. Does it taste good? I think it's still towards the middle of the road for me. I don't think there's anything that's really standing out that's like, wow, this is like one of the best holiday beers I've ever had. This is more like I could drink a can of it, be like, okay, this is okay. So I'm gonna go with the 2.5. I'm gonna keep it right in the middle. It's just all the flavors they talk about, the spices, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. That very first initial flavor was good. Now, as you drink a little bit more, it kind of fades away. So it's, again, I guess like the other ones, just add a little bit more to it. I wish I could get a little bit more, squeeze a little bit more flavor out of it.
Okay. I'm going to 2.8. I agree with you, Toby. I think I totally get the nutmeg and the cinnamon. I don't know if I pick up a whole lot of like orange peel, but that's not a bad thing because sometimes that's really bitter.
I would agree.
And such. And I could definitely drink a few cans of this. And
Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
We don't, well, yeah. Did we say that everybody's opinion counts?
Yeah. Especially when it's my show.
Oh, well, I guess a good thing is my questions.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So now we are getting into the heart of these because our next two beers, what do we got, Toby? What are the next two?
Is it Fezziwig?
Old Fezziwig. Yeah.
Fezziwig?
Yep.
And the cold brew.
Okay, so we got,
So we got their limited release and their new one.
Yeah.
well, the next one's going to be spiced, correct? A spiced
Yes,
ale?
it's rich and spiced.
So that ties right into my next question. So this is another one. I'm just like throwing up the softball pitch, ready for somebody. When are you guys going to hit a home run?
Okay.
What is the name of the first spiced ale?
The first spiced ale.
Yes.
And it's more, you're talking like the style, not like the name was Charlie's Spiced Ale. You're talking correct. I mean, more of the,
So
what kind of a beer was it?
So
See, I'd hate to be like that, Toby, but with Jim, you gotta do that because here's
here's
do
the
that
challenge
to us.
to answer your question.
okay.
So make sure
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
you're looking for
I-
the kind of ale that it was,
No.
or it actually had
no. So
the brand name.
So,
neither one. So doing the research,
Mhm.
I didn't know this till I started because there was a whole
Sure.
bunch of stuff on it.
Yep.
So there was a time when they were making ales,
Mhm.
but then in certain parts of Europe, they also then they wanted to keep drinking the ale through the winter season. So they had to do something to the ale. And then what they did actually was like some of the words they were saying to the people. So when you say stop, so it's an ale.
Right.
That's now what I'm looking for the name of what they called this when they mixed it with something and then drank it.
Okay.
So it'd almost be like your sister-in-law when she used to make that stuff on the stove, apple pie.
That stuff on the stove.
Like,
That narrows it down.
Some people call it food. Other people call it
apple pie when you mix
yeah.
you stir
Like
it up.
Susie would. Yeah.
Right. So kind of like that. So what was that called? Because it is an ale. So that it was
right.
but then it has another name.
Wow.
So this is an easy one. This is like
Toby, do you have a guess? I don't. I am,
easy, yeah. Your explanation really.
Well, when you
Gave
got
me
the
some more
answer on the
hints.
page with you, it's super easy. Yeah.
And it's an ale, so
it's an
I was going to
ale.
go back to the previous question and say, well, maybe it was like a stout, like a, but if it's an ale,
Jeez, I don't know, dude. I don't know what you're. I don't know. I don't even have a guess. I don't know.
gosh,
I'm just going to go with a spice stout. I'm sticking with my stout
Okay.
because I have no clue.
I was going to say, Jesus, spiced. And have we heard of it before? What
yeah,
do you
I think I actually gave this question to you last year too.
Yeah, your questions, I totally blank them out of my mind. Gosh, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I am not even going to venture. a
I
guess.
can't believe I got to bring you guys up to this level.
I know.
So it's called wassail.
Yeah, I remember that 100%.
Remember ale?
Jeez, Toby, why didn't we remember that?
So wassail, the history of
West
the word.
Salem? Is that what you said?
The history of the word denotes a kind of greeting that became associated with drinking and celebrating.
We had that around Christmas time just this last year, and I totally forgot the.
See?
Yeah.
So versions of wassail were made with wine and cider, a traditional recipe called lamb's wool
Okay.
that was roasted with crab apples.
Oh, well,
So it was actually referenced in the Shakespeare comedy of Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream, yeah. Okay.
Most commonly, wassail was served in a large bowl with dark ale, fruits, and spices.
Well, thank you, Mr. Trebek.
And to soak up the grog, fine breads and cakes were floated within it.
Did he answer it in the form of a question?
Wow, I can't even give you guys either one a point on that one. That was like the easiest question so far.
Darn.
Damn.
All right. Well, let's get to the Fezziwig guy here.
All right, so what do you got on the fizzy?
So this is their old Fezziwig, the 2025 version.
Yep, 20.
Okay.
Yep.
Spiced brown ale, 5.9% ABV. Like the character that inspired it, this spiced ale is warm, festive, and worthy of a celebration all its own. Its full body accompanies a deep malt character with notes of sweet toffee and rich dark caramel, or caramel to the fancy folk.
So toffee and caramel.
Yes.
All right. The two things that we can barely ever figure
Ever
out
taste, typically.
if there's actually in there.
Toffee, anyway. Caramel, you usually taste caramel, but not a whole lot of aroma.
I don't get much. I mean, it is what color is that? Golden?
No,
Is it or is that
that's
is
more.
it dark brown?
It's almost an amberish, brownish.
Yeah, it's like a brown ale, but
Yeah.
there might be a little.
It
more
could be a
tone.
brown ale.
Is it the
Sunset-
same color as a can?
It could be known as a brown ale because it says it's a spiced brown ale.
Oh, thanks, Captain Obvious.
It is similar to the color of the can, almost raspberry.
Kind of
Yes.
is, yeah.
There we go. All right. So aroma, not much. Do you get any toffee or caramel?
There's a slight sweetness on the finish, but I'm not going to say that it's. Oh yeah, it's caramel.
Like
you know.
slight. When you say slight,
Slight.
It might be as slight as that.
There's a hint of a sweetness.
It might be as thick as that salmon that we had that one day.
It's about that thick, yeah.
How do you put something in and not have a flavor come out? It's just like nothing there.
This is a limited release on the can, isn't that what it said?
It is. Yep. It's a limited release, sweet toffee flavors, rich dark caramel. I'm not getting, and it's got the base of, guess what? Ginger and cinnamon. And I don't get any of that either.
No.
I
don't think it'd be my first choice.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not offensive. There's nothing really like stands out for me. It's just like there.
Yep, I agree with you. What are you thinking on a score? Or is this me first? Who went first? I don't know.
Yeah,
You want me to go first?
You can go first, Jim, if you would.
Gosh, I'm disappointed. I thought this was going to be a little bit more to it, especially when it talked about the toffee and the dark, rich caramel. I was hoping this was going to be one of the better ones that we had, but it's still like right in the middle of the road. But I think it's a little tick above the winter ale. I'm going to go with 2.6. I guess it's more maybe about the finish. It does seem a little smoother, and I like what you said, Mike. I do think there's a little bit there on the end. Not much, but there's a little bit there that gives that little nod above that. I'm trying to split it here, and I'm trying to split it like almost as thin as that salmon was.
But it's not as
That's thin.
It's not as because we're rating them so highly like we have before when we've done some of the other beer styles and such. But I'm going to go with 2.5. It's just kind of average to me. I wish it had more of those flavors in it, and I don't pick them up, and I don't know. It's not offensive, at all. But again, it's all these flavors they talk about, and they just don't really come to the forefront.
They don't come through at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at a 2.5, and I'm like, did I drop it less than the winter lager because that was drinkable to me and had a good flavor, but I was just expecting more out of this one, and it's a limited release, right? So what do you compare it to?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go 2.3.
Ooh, you really didn't like this one.
It's not that I didn't like it; it's just there's nothing there.
Yeah.
This is one of those that that logic of you're expecting way more,
promise so much, and then it just doesn't deliver. So.
Exactly.
Easy to drink though.
Oh yeah. Well, for sure. All right. So my last question number 5. So I don't have an exact date because I didn't keep the exact records. But when was the first spiced ale written about, and who started it? I actually have a guy's name.
Have we ever heard of the guy?
No.
Okay. So
not even in cartoons.
Yeah. So see that. So we're gonna
not even. I was surprised when I heard this guy's name. But you could name your kids after him.
Oh. Okay. Well, that narrows it down a lot. So you're looking for the exact year.
No.
Century?
Are we looking for the guy or the year? What are we looking for here?
I'll even say if you can get within 1,000 years, you're going to be good.
Wow. Well, then I'm going to say either way.
Either way, because this is like...
So I'm going to say...
This is so random. So.
Then I'm going to say 1226, because that goes from 2026 all the way back to 26.
Yep.
And it was Herbopolis Caesar. I don't know.
Toby?
I'm going to go 1402. And I'm going to go with Alexander Budweiser.
Alexander what?
Budweiser.
Oh, him.
It was a company in Czechoslovakia at one point that made beer.
So what was the year you said again?
1402.
1402, and you had 12.
I said 1226.
So what I found was in the 1300s. So you guys were both
around the same.
Yes. Woohoo! So the first spiced winter ales dated back to Christianity, the Anglo-Saxon celebration of the New Year.
Okay.
The local overlord named
Herbopolis.
Here you go. I'll spell it. Then you guys say it. VORTTI GERN. Vortigern.
You could name your kid after that.
That was my second guess.
Yeah. Right after Herbopolis, it was Vortigern.
All right. By some accounts, a part of a sale. That's why they got its name, is through him.
Oh, okay.
According to legend, his Saxon subjects, kind of like you, subjects, presented him a bowl of ale during a feast. He raised the bowl, and they shouted the proclamation, "Lord King, woes hail."
And what does that mean?
So translated, "Lord King, to your health."
Oh. It
was a Saxon custom for
It's about time you bring me beer.
To greet your friend with a ale, to which he responded, "Drink, ale."
Ah.
See? So that's where the term wassail came in from the holidays.
Okay.
See, so I'm trying to educate you, buddy, trying to get you up to speed.
I appreciate that. He'll ask us the same questions next year, and I won't remember them.
See, next year I'm going to try to figure out what year that was.
Okay.
But
You're going to go into a deep dive.
I'm going to deep
into
dive that
when
one.
exactly. So we are on to the last
one
Sam
of this-
Adams one here.
So we've been doing. I'm really disappointed. I thought it would be.
Well, they're not like, the company that shall not be named again. But yeah, I mean, they're okay. You know what I mean? It's all these beers, they've been okay.
Right. And I guess maybe I did say it before, but it seems like they're kind of brewing for the masses.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, Lift Bridge is not as big as Sam Adams. But,
Right. Sam Adams is huge.
Right.
And I know that, Jim, you had bought some of these before, and I mean, there was a couple of them that were really good. I just think it depends on what variety pack you find.
Right.
And there was two that I thought were really good.
Well, do you remember last year at Between the Bluffs, Lift Bridge had that grape ale.
Oh,
that was actually really good.
That was.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've got.
But it wasn't a brown ale.
No, correct.
It was just
Correct.
an ale.
All right. Well, hey,
All right,
let
what
me
do you
get
got on that one?
this one here is the Sam Adams Cold Brew Coffee Stout, 6% ABV and 20 IBU. So this is the highest ABV we've had today.
6%.
6%. Inspired by the espresso martini, this robust stout brings together beer and coffee for a rich, roasted flavor and warming finish. This buzzworthy brew is sure to bring extra cheer to every party.
Didn't we have an espresso martini in Kansas City?
Yeah, at Boulevard.
Didn't they have a really, really good
Yes.
espresso?
Yep, they did. Now that you remember it, yes.
All right, so here we go. So we should get coffee, right?
I'm not getting a whole lot of
Aroma-wise,
Aroma.
Not much for aroma.
none of these. The peanut butter one had probably the most aroma. Well, that and then the green can, the white winter white ale or whatever.
That's smoke?
It's something.
That's smoke flavor?
I don't get much coffee at all in that.
Taste some smokiness.
Well, when it said a robust stout, the only because there's a robust porter. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if it's smoky. It's
there's something going on there.
it could be a coffee type flavoring, and not a good coffee.
I just don't. You hardly pick up the coffee.
No.
That's the thing that's weird to me. That it's cold brew, and
Is that
again, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I don't. Other than in a stout, but I don't know like cold brew coffee if that tastes different than
Cold
regular
brew. Yeah,
It's
I kind of
basically just
dabble
poured
in
on
some
ice, right? Is that
Well,
No, that's
because
like
of the
iced
process of
coffee.
making it changes a little bit flavor of it.
So it does. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is similar. I drink Stoked, which is a cold brew coffee.
Okay.
but
I don't know. I was expecting more coffee flavor. I guess our track record, is usually you have more coffee, but it's not bad. I don't mind it.
I kind of like it.
I was just
there's something going on? I don't know.
something internally is going on, or something with the beer.
No, because it says it's coffee.
Yeah.
But I mean, and we've had beers that taste like coffee.
Right.
This doesn't. There's something else going on. Almost. Maybe it's the espresso. Maybe that's because espresso is a lot stronger in flavor because it takes the coffee flavor to a whole other level.
But
Yeah,
I just don't get the coffee flavor though. That's what
Have you had an espresso before? In a little teeny cup, like the 43 beers,
right.
that size cup.
Yeah, I've probably never had an espresso before.
This
I don't
kinda-
hang out at those hoity-toity places that have espresso.
Yeah,
So-
but you did have a 43 beer though.
Yeah, I had that. I've had 43 beers many times.
No. The 43 beer where it's got the.
No, yeah, the mini beers.
Yeah, the mini
beers, right?
Yeah.
This would be like one of those. Yeah, I'm not.
So it does have a resemblance to me of a cold brew. I'll give it that. Again, does it really fit into any of what we're drinking here? No, because it's a cold brew. And it's that coffee. Yes, we did have coffee in the fireside, but I don't mind this. I'll give it a 2.5.
All right, good to go.
I'm going 2.6. I just think that I do like the flavor. But it was very smooth and such. I was just expecting a little more coffee, but I think almost of all those, that one or the winter white ale, the two I would probably grab because I don't know why. I don't know what a cold brew tastes like, but it was decent.
I wonder if this could replace my cold brew at work.
It could.
If you brought it in the
Well, there's one way to find out.
in the month.
Might not be at work anymore.
If all of a sudden, hey guys, I can record all sorts of podcasts now because surprisingly they didn't understand the cold brew I brought.
I'm actually going to have to go 2.0.
Oh, geez.
This is not my favorite of the entire day.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is
Okay.
only because so it says cold brew. Is it coffee? Is it espresso? What is that flavor? And from what I'm hearing from you guys didn't pick it up either.
Because I don't know what cold brew tastes like either, but
Yeah,
So-
I think it does taste like cold brew, and that's why I went with a 2.5.
So I'm going lower only because whatever it is, it has flavor. It's a lot of flavor, but it's for me. I think our friends that hate cigarettes and coffee would probably pour this one right down the drain. I think they would not, because they don't like the cigarettes and coffee flavor. I don't think this is going to change them to get it like craft beer.
no,
So-
but I think this one might be a little less coffee-y, and they may not mind it as much, is what I was thinking.
that is possible.
It's a possibility, but you're probably right.
So I'm going to go with a 2.0.
Yep.
I just, I'm not sold on this one.
Okay.
So should we do should we do of these four and then a wrap up of the day?
Sure. Of these four, I'd say the winter white ale for me was the best one. It had the most flavor to it. Number 2 was the cold brew, just because the other two were kind of worse. So again, Jim, I think you're 100% right. I think these are brewed more for the masses, so to speak, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong. They do it every year,
Yep.
and they usually do try and introduce a new one in that winter pack.
Yep.
And they did it again. So I'm sure we'll be looking again for next year to see what they come out with.
Keep my eyes
as
open.
So yeah, I mean, overall, I did like the finish on all of them better than the Lift Bridge. I thought it was a more smooth finish on them. So overall, I think that those are my top 2 for Sam Adams. And, really for the entire day, they were still probably the top 2. And then I'd say then the peanut butter one from Lift Bridge is 3.
Okay. Sounds good. Toby, what do you think? Let me slide this over so you can.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. That winter ale or winter white ale was definitely the one I liked the best. It had some good flavor to it. And that cold brew was my next one that I liked from the Sam Adams group. Comparing it to the Lift Bridge, I think that my scores were similar with a few of them, and that the s'mores and the peanut butter were up there. I like the peanut butter a little bit more than the s'mores, so that would probably be my favorite out of that. If I had to go to the store and pick between the two, I'd go with the Sam Adams.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
All right.
Especially because of the finish.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm going to do my overall message right off the bat. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Jim did buy
Yeah,
all these.
I
Didn't
bought
he?
these.
Yeah,
I tried for the field goal and I missed.
shanked or
I
wide,
shanked her.
whichever way.
I wasn't even kicking into the wind, and I just shanked.
And I think it got blocked.
I'm sorry. I was
He
hoping.
might have pulled a hammy before he even kicked it. So
I was hoping that these are going to be good. And even if you look at our scores across the board, these are not like somebody should go out and buy these right away.
right.
So these, to me, from our scores, our average across this is maybe if you're starting out with craft beer, try these. You're not going to be scared away. But these are not, in my opinion, ones I'd be like, oh my gosh, you got to go buy this 6-pack, this 12-pack right now and try. I'm not at that level.
Right.
So I'm sorry. I'm going to say it right up front. I thought this was going to be good, but again, I always circle back to say that's kind of why we're doing the podcast.
Yep.
Is so that the listeners, have an idea.
Yep.
Did I know what I was going to get when I bought these? I had no clue, but the flavors sounded good.
Right. Yep.
And that's why we always talk about always making sure that the flavor you put on a can is inside the beer. And unfortunately for me, in my opinion, the flavors didn't always come through. For you guys, I think it may have came through a little bit better, but for me, it just did not set very well for me.
Sure.
So overall, I think my best beer today was the Old Fezziwig. You guys didn't like that one. I like the Old Fezziwig. My number 2, I had a tie for the Winter White Ale
Mm-hmm.
and the peanut butter.
Okay.
So that's my top 3. Are they the best 3
For today.
For today? Yes, but I mean, I'm so disappointed. I mean, I don't know if I'm as disappointed as Mike was when he brought his Shiner Bock, but I'm definitely thought that this is going to be much better than what it was. So I'm sorry again, but I've tried.
Yep.
I swung and missed.
Hey.
So that you're right, though. I think that's why you guys do this, is to just review some beers and get some opinions out there and let the listeners make some choices on their own. So
Yep. Exactly. We'll forgive you this time, Jim.
So what do you think for some upcoming episodes? Do you have some ideas what we might be doing?
Oh yeah, we got some ideas.
All right. So is there anything we should let the listeners know, like a teaser, so they might be able to listen in? Does it
Well,
rattle, or is it behind this door?
Yeah.
That
No. Keep that door shut. That's where your judges are.
isn't.
We don't want
usually
them to
behind
know.
the door. Is it what's
Yeah.
coming up next?
Usually, yeah. Yeah, I guess for before next week, I guess the theme kind of they should be watching maybe a pirate movie.
Oh.
We'll leave it at that. Just watch your favorite pirate movie, and that'll get you in the mood for what we're going to do next week.
There you go. All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, boys, thanks for sitting in on this. Toby, you and I, I guess made up for the questions or vice versa with these beers. I don't know how you want to say
like
it.
that, yeah.
Jim left a bad taste in our mouth both ways.
True.
With questions and with beers. So just kidding, Jim.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for bringing them, though. I mean, it's always fun, especially like I said, I give Lift Bridge credit because they tried something we haven't seen a whole lot of times.
Yes.
Where you take that base model and you do 3 flavor variants off of it. So I give them credit for that. So anyway, yeah, until next week there, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. And like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
And your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.